Hello everyone, my name is Aung Myamo and today we are going to explore a common ethical dilemma in the workspace through the lens of American powerful moral philosophy in our global ethics course. The scenario we will examine is the act of falsifying information at work. So, before we apply Kant's idea to our scenario, let us briefly introduce his ethical framework known as deontology. Kant, an influential philosopher, argued that he morally ought an action isn't based on its consequence, like whether falsifying information help you avoid trouble, but on whether the action is right or wrong based on a set or rule or duty. The soul of this duty for Kant is reason is embodied in what he called categorical imperative. Here we can see it. This is a comment that is universally binding, meaning is applying to everyone regardless of your personal desire or goals. Can provide different way of formulating the imperative, and we will look at three of them today. So here is the formulation one, the formula of universal law. You can see in the slide. The first formulation of the categorical imperative is known as the formula of universal law. Can state act only according to the maxim, whereby you can at the same time wait. That it should become a universal law. Let it break this down. Imagine it your personal rule or principle acting in a specific situation. It captures the action you are considering and reason behind it. To universalize your maxim mean to imagine a world where everyone acts on that same principle in similar circumstances. You must then as if you could consistently we or rationally desire that this is universalized, maxim become a moral law that everyone follow. If the universalized maxim lead to the contradiction, either a logical contradiction called a contradiction in conception or a contradiction in what a rational being would want a contradiction in way, then the original maxim it immoral and the acting it wrong. So let's continue to the scenario. Now let us apply this first formulation to our scenario. Falsifying information at work. What is the maxim here? Right? A possible maxim capturing the action and the intention could be: when providing information at work, I will falsify it if doing help me avoid negative consequences such as getting in trouble or losing my job, right? So next we universalize this maxim. Imagine a world where everyone at work falsify information whenever they believe it. We have then avoid negative consequence because people usually don't want to travel with the negative energy, right? So what happens in this universalized work if everyone at work free to falsify information to serve their own interests and avoid consequence? The very foundation of trust and reliable communication necessary for a workplace for function will collapse. Information shared between colleagues with supervisor or with client will be inherently suspect. Decision making based on the unreliable information will be impossible, leading to chaos and breakdown of organizational process. This leads to contradiction in conception. The idea of a functional workspace where information is shared for common goal became impossible is a work where everyone acts on this maxim. Therefore, according to the formula of universal law, falsifying information at work is morally wrong. Moving to the second formulation, the formula of humanity or the end of itself. The formulation states: act in such a way that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in the person or any other, never merely as a mean to an end, but always at the same time as an end. This formulation emphasizes the inherent dignity and rational capability of all human beings to treat someone as an end, mean to respect their rationality and their ability to make their own choice. To treat someone merely as a mean it to you, then as if they were an object or a tool to achieve your own goal without regard for their own autonomy or goal. How does this apply to falsifying information at work? When you falsify information, you are actively treating several parties normally as a mean to your own and avoiding negative consequences. First, your supervisor and colleague. You are using their trust and reliance on accurate information normally as a means to protect yourself. You are preventing them from making informed decisions based on the truth, thereby undermining their rational agency and ability to pursue their own goals effectively within the workspace. Second, client or stakeholder. If the falsified information affects external parties, you are deceiving them and using their trust in the company information merely as a means to serve your own interests, potentially leading them to make decisions based on false premise, disregarding their autonomy and right to truth. In this case, you are failing to respect the rational agency inherent or other by involving them in a deceptive act for your own value. You are using their capacity for rational decision making as a tool to achieve your personal goal or avoid the consequence rather than respecting them as individuals with their own aims. Therefore, according to the formula of humanity, falsifying information at work is morally wrong. Finally, the third formula, the formula autonomy of the kingdom of art. This formulation can be expressed as if you are measuring where to start at the same time as a universal law of nature by decision of all rational being. This formulation combines the previous two laws as to imagine ourselves as both the author and the subject of universal moral law living in a kingdom of art where everyone is treated with respect as a rational agent. In the kingdom of art, each rational being legislates moral law through their own reason and also bound by those same laws. The law are those that could be universally weighed and that respect the dignity of all rational beings. Applying this to our scenario could be the missing when providing information at work. I will falsify it if doing so help me be a law in second or and in the kingdom of the principles like truthfulness, trust, and honest communication will be fundamentally legislated by rational beings who value the integrity of information necessary for rational interaction and cooperation, right? A law allocation where the falsification of information for personal gain would be fundamentally incompatible with the goal structure of such a kingdom. Rational being is this kingdom would legislate law that promote transparency and accountability, recognizing that reliable information is essentially for collective well-being and individual autonomy. Imagine that undermine this value through deception could not be weighed at a universal law by member of a kingdom and therefore acting on this message inconsistently with member of a moral or rational being. According to the formula of autonomy, falsifying information at work is morally wrong. So I like to summarize the step. In summary, by examining the act of falsifying information at work through the three formulations of Kant category imperative, we see that this action is morally impermissible. It feeds the test of universality, leading to a contradiction in conception regarding to the possibility of a functional workspace based on other including superior colleague, client, and stakeholder, merely as a means of a personal avoiding consequence through deception. Finally, it is inconsistent with the principle that will govern a community or a rational being in a kingdom of and which will prioritize truth and trust. Kant framework provided a strong denotative argument against dishonesty in the workspace, emphasizing our duty to act with integrity and respect for other rationality. Here are the references used in this presentation. The primary source for Kant formulation is his foundational work grounding for metaphysics of moral. I have included a couple of different widely used translation and helpful secondary source for further reading. Let me, if you have any question, please ask me in the discussion forum. Thank you.